J-Moore, the very best reviews. Tell them none can contest, we gon'
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the show. We here live breaking down this last episode 9 for BMF, and we about to get into it. We see when they kick off, Bryant and his partner, old Red Dog with the box. they see old Snitch, whatever his name was, that B-Mickie took out, laying there on the concrete like an old Doritos bag. So they investigating, and the way it does look is that BMF had him taken out for being a snitch, and it could possibly implicate Meech and Terry into, getting people taken out the menu. But they later find out, not all the way, but that maybe B-Mickie may be doing this on his own, which in a way, I really like this scene, which is when Bryant and the Red Dog is in the little hotel, motel, Holiday Inn, where B-Mickie was staying, and then they find the gun, so they talking in the door, and they so dense that he walks up and sees them and was able to leave without them noticing. And some people may have saw that scene and think that was fake, but that type of thing is true. I mean, police are people too, and they don't see everything, and they make mistakes. And there's been times where friends of mine or even my friends have seen something and was able to avoid something. We wasn't in no B-Mickie situations, don't get me wrong, but you can see them before they see you. And so a lot of times, if they ain't really watching and looking, you can avoid and get away with that. And he luckily saw them before they saw him. But also B-Mickie story. This episode really like almost a B-Mickie subplot story, because what was he gonna do when he came up to Terry and Meech, or to Meech crib in Atlanta? What was he gonna do with that strap? Was he gonna take Meech out? He had the screwdriver, or was he gonna plant the gun in Meech's house and then drop a dime saying, "Hey, such and such did such and such, and you can find the weapon there," or something? That's what I was thinking, one or the other. But Pops was there and turned his ass around. I kind of thought he might try to take out Pops, but we know the story with that, so that ain't the case. Anyway, it's a very good episode. Loco muy caliente. Man, as soon as I saw Loco and he been talking about beef with the other cartel and he's snapping and walking to that car by himself, I said, oh, he about to get blown up. And no, it don't do it. Boom. Loco got blown up. And first thing Terry talking about is business. Meech actually felt the loss, which, considering that, I'm going to give, all right, here's two things. I'm going to give him a backhanded comment. So I'm going to give Stars credit for trying to do something different with the season and the story by giving us a little piece of this Mexico trip. For we in the 9 episodes now, still wondering what the hell happened. I never seen anything like this on a show where they have you drawn out the entire season wondering what happened in some other thing. So I'll give them credit in trying something new. Now here come the backhand part. I'm tired of it. Dude, why are we still at episode 9 wondering what the hell happened in Mexico? I really don't even give a damn no more what they did in Mexico at this point. And now that Loco's dead, who cares what the hell happened in Mexico now? He dead and gone. It's over. And him and T still beefing. I mean, I think they drug out this Mexico prequel too long. 9 episodes. We still don't know the rest. Did they get away in the chopper? I don't know, man. You got to get to the chopper. You get to the giant cartel in the federales. They sitting there shooting out the back of a damn whatever that was, pickup truck, SUV. I forgot. I only seen it once. Anyway, They shooting machine guns at the federales and they got time to argue. See, you shouldn't have let that kid go. Stop blaming me for everything. I think he know he shouldn't have let that kid go at this point. But they shooting at you with all these guns, and that's what y'all arguing over. I don't know if I got time to argue right there. I might have been pissing my pants. Let me get to some of these comments, man. Y'all got a lot of good comments. DeMarcus Vaughn, what's good, brother? How you feeling? First in the building, what's good with you? You say this was a solid 9. I did like this episode. This show, well, let me say 2 things. One, everybody talk about millennials and Gen Z and the Zoomers or the Boomers. Everybody forget about us, Generation X. If you was born between 1965 and 1980, I'll even give in a couple people that's like 82. This is our show. This is our people. This is our stories, our generation. The last culture that is being perpetuated in America is from our generation. People wearing Jordans, dressing with the jeans and the way that we all that everything. That's our generation. Making these type of hats cool. Nobody wore these ball caps as style before then. Anyway, I get a little tired of hearing about millennials and everybody and Zoomers. They don't ever talk about Generation X. It's because it ain't as many of us as boomers and it ain't as many of us as millennials, but that's because we started having kids early. Look at little Nicky. So boomers was still having kids and we was having them early too. Anyway, I digress. Generation X, the best generation. And we actually quietly run the world right now. Everybody that's really the richest people or the smartest people or the coolest people, that's ours. Elon Musk, I'm not saying he cool, but he is the richest person. Kanye West, I mean, we know what that means. But anyway, and everybody in between. Anyway, R.I.P. Loco. But you know what, man? I thought was crazy about this episode. Not necessarily the Loco part, but boom. Ain't no way, ain't no person. I mean, I've been mad enough at a woman, my girl, where we gonna argue. I'm not gonna beat you up. I damn sure ain't gonna crash a car into you and be all bloody and stuff. See what you made me do? See what you That was crazy to me. Women, that's what y'all deal with. Although dudes be crazy too. I mean, women be crazy out here too, but good grief. Stephen Harris, what's good? You give it a 9. I like this episode too. I'll probably give it about a 9 also. Oh, yeah, they showed that Platinum Palace. Now, let me say something about that. I love women and now I want to make it clear, like when I say I love women, that don't mean I gotta be with every woman or I'm chasing women or this or that. But I think women are beautiful. I should put it that way. I think women are beautiful. Instead of saying I love women, I should say I think women are beautiful and I enjoy the company of beautiful women and things, but I never really would go to a strip club to hang out. That's never been, I don't know, man. I've had a way of seeing through a lot of BS in life. And it ain't perfect, but it's hard for me to, so I can't go to a strip club because I know they giving me this attention and all of this because I'm paying. So I can't really get into it, you know? And so I can go anywhere and start paying and tipping and they'll be nice to you. Anyway, it is nice to look at the women, but I don't like to look at naked women in person if they ain't about to be with me. And then you looking at all these naked women in the strip club, I don't necessarily want to be with them like that. There's a lot to go with that. So that's not when I'm in another city or on vacation or something. That's different. It ain't like you gonna start a relationship. But I don't go there to meet them and take them home or something. And if you do, I ain't hating. But I think with Meech, where I'm going with this, what's up, Crafty, is that Meech got a nice woman on his side. Beautiful, smart, down. She did come hard with that love stuff. So Meech come in, he's stressing, and his woman, she wanna spend some time with him or whatever. She said, "What? I want to be with." What did she say? She done laid out some damn speech. I only saw it once, just a little while ago. But what she say? Something to the effect, I don't remember, but it sounded good to me at least. She said something, maybe because I'm getting old, but she said something to the effect of what? I'm gonna have to scroll down here. I'm missing some of y'all comments. I'm sorry, but she said something to the fact I want to be with my family or who I care with, and that's you. Something like that. Anyway, he like, man, I ain't ready for that drama. To his credit, he is young, good looking for the most part, and got money. I mean, that's a hard combination to settle down with. Anyway, he when he said, I gotta look out for my family, it kind of hurt her. She was about to cry because it made it look like, oh, you ain't my family. You just entertainment. You just a party girl. And next thing you know, he was replacing her with the quickness. And at that age, I get it, but at the same time, I think she had more value. And just like how Lamar said he used to have a down ass bitch and what happened with her and this and that when he was talking to B-Mickie woman. Having somebody that really down and got your back and stuff is worth more than a new flashy toy. But anyway, I think she may come back to haunt Meech bad because ain't nothing worse than a woman scored and that woman really liked him and was down for him and he kind of tossed her to the side like garbage. So I don't know about that one. Anyway, uh encouraging warrior, you say strip clubs are setups and ripoffs. You ain't lying. Even if the girl go home with you, which me personally, I never went home with a woman from a strip club. I have been home with strippers, but I didn't meet them at the strip club and I wasn't paying them to do it. But if somebody did, I ain't knocking it. Whatever. They say you paying them to leave. But I forgot what I was saying with that. I know I can't pay all that money. I feel like it take me too long to make some money. I've been too poor most of my life to be just given a lot of money making it rain. I barely turn the tap on, let alone drizzle. You gonna get that barely that drop. I'd rather spend the money on my woman than giving it to somebody. I don't know. Anyway, maybe I'm weird. I forgot what I was gonna say, man. Lord Bison. You say bye, Uncle Loco, R.I.P. Yeah, man, that was kind of messed up. Loco a real G, man. Loco been through the fire. Hey, they finally made it to Cali this episode. They was on Rodeo Drive. For those that may be wondering where they were walking when they were walking in Cali and all those shops are around, that's Rodeo Drive. It looked like a street, but it's really just walking. But anyway, they meet, I guess, what, Locos Connect? And I mean, dude living at the top of the food chain for real. Where speaking of him, where my agua? See, I threw in a little bit of the language right there. Where my agua? I forgot. Put it between my legs. Boy, I got the episode on again and I see these titties. Them titties was about to bust, wasn't they? They was in Rodeo. Shorty was fine, man. That's the thing, though. So I would rather say instead of I love women, I'm an admirer of women because it's so many beautiful women in so many different ways. I don't even want every woman. I don't. I don't even think about it like that. It's like a beautiful work of art. Be like, oh, whoa, okay, and keep it moving. I don't want it. But anyway, them titties, that was like a Picasso. Shorty was fine, boy. Man, they was even commenting, boy, these titties out here. They like, yeah, LA, man, it's all about the titties. Let me see. I would say, I guess, I think maybe nowadays it's a little different, but when I went to Cali, because I was in Cali, did I go to Cali in the 90s? I never went to Cali in the 90s. I went to Cali in the 80s. Dang, I missed the 90s. But from what I saw and remember, I think it was starting to be about it all back then. But he said they look like balloons about to bust. That's the one thing, ladies, man. I'll be honest with you. And I don't know if I think most men agree with me. I never had too many men or friends say I was wrong, but you don't need that stuff. Just be yourself, smell good, be nice, and a man will like you. A man ain't he won't complain if you get a BBL or you get these, but you don't have to do that. You don't. Just be a nice woman, and a guy will want to be with you. Now, they did have some things, man, that made me realize this episode, man. If I could get a time machine, I would go back to the 90s. Damn, man, the 90s was great. The 90s was great. Our generation, I really watching this, I kind of did feel bad for like millennials and Zoomers. Because we used to have, now I didn't participate in all of this, but our generation, we did have a chance to make money in the 90s and early 2000s before 9/11 and before the 2008 financial. See, if you think about other generations younger than us, they got 9/11. Then 7 or 8 years, they got the 2008 financial housing crisis. Then another 10 years later, what? You got COVID. So they done had 3 tragedies in the last 20 years. Whereas in our generation, we ain't had nothing to worry about. Soviet Union fell, Vietnam was over. We had 20 years of good times. And so what make me bring that up is that we see out in LA, Magic Johnson, he was spreading that little that little, you know what I'm saying? He was having that midsummer nights magic. I guess Midsummer Night's Dream is an old Picasso picture, but I guess he was they highlight because they said from 1985 to 2005. So for 20 years, Magic Johnson threw a party, boy. I'm telling you, they highlighted the party a little bit, but only to show that they got into a fight, which, I mean, come on, man. Y'all at a fight at the Forum Club, at the Forum, where the Lakers play, and y'all fight. Come on. But anyway, boy, Freak Nick, it was so many different things going on. We had a good time, my generation, man. I feel bad for a lot of these people that have no culture. We went outside still. We wasn't supervised the way people are. We wasn't monitored with all these electronic devices, and We didn't have to compare our lives to everybody in the world with social media. What went on in our hood, and everybody didn't have to know, and it lived with you forever. Everything wasn't videotaped, although we did have camcorders and stuff if we wanted to do it. It wasn't like that was all our life. Anyway, I'm getting distracted, man. But these people today ain't got nothing. Nothing. I mean, I went downtown the other day and I was just trying to take my mom to eat, and they had some type of conference for, I don't know, some nerd comic stuff. They charging $40 to park. They raised the parking to $40. They can't do nothing. They get bled dry for everything. I turned around. I ain't parking there. But that's crazy though. These people have nothing. I remember being able to go and do stuff and not having to pay so much. I went downtown to the Taste of Chicago when I was 10 years old with my friends on the train. I think I only had like 20 bucks to my name, and I was able to get there, eat, and get back. You can't even probably get no tickets for $20 today. You get one little lick of a lollipop or something. There you go. Lord Bison, you thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate you, fam. I was over here rambling a little bit, so I wanted to make sure I got you. But you say I was the day manager at an LA strip club while in college at the Naval Reserve in the 90s. Lots of fringe benefits, I'm sure. I'm sure. Hey, if you go and try this on, you can keep it. Just let me see how it fit. You know what I mean, baby? Let me see how it fit. I give you my discount. What? I said discount. I mean discount. What I say? What I say? Boy, I know you had a good old time out there in the 90s. LA was prime time. Prime time. All the money, wealth, extravagance was there in its peak. It was still a lot of privacy. Everything wasn't on the internet, so people was doing stuff, and it didn't have to get out there to everybody. People was still free a little bit, living life, making money, having fun. Man, the 90s was so good. Wow. I feel bad for people that didn't get to experience the 90s. I think that's probably why our generation is a little calmer than some of the Zoomers and millennials, because they ain't really getting any adult fun. Anyway, Damian Kinney, James Todd Smith voice. I'm going. No, that's Biggie. I'm going back to Cali. Cali. Going back to Cali. I don't think so. Man, when that first came out and it was in black and white, I'm like, whoa. Never saw a rap video in black and white. Yvonne, that's right. COVID. Lord Bison, that's why I'm a retired U.S. Navy from 86 to 07. That's what's up, man. Thank you for your service. I started to go into the service, the Air Force, around 97, but I didn't. Anyway, this episode is crazy. Let me get back to this episode because B-Mickie in trouble. And they also got Lamar on some real gangster stuff. He didn't kidnap this man's daughter. And then, dude, he got some nards on him. His nuts drag in the sand, I'm telling you. He walked up in there and took the mama and made her get it about either we can go with you or without you. And she's so scared, don't fight back, don't do nothing, I don't know, man. If you had the gun on me, I might have went in there easier. We would have been fighting without that gun on me and my daughter back there. You'd have to hit me upside the head and push me in there or something. Stephen Harris, B-Mickie, he was trying to get Charles to let him in the house like he wanted to pow Charles. I thought that too. Man. Man, that was a close one. Charles does not know how close it was. And also, what's the odds of him coming outside right when he was coming up to the door. Because normally a person knock at the door, then you come to the door, then you let him in, then they would have had that conversation, then he might have popped him. But yeah, that was the Lord working right there on Charles' behalf, straight up. Yvonne Cox, but that is the cost of inflation. Well, that's the other thing that's hitting the people today, especially younger people. I mean, it's hitting everybody, but inflation is a tax on the poor, basically, because you think you got $100, but as they rising up prices, their value of your $100 is going down. Now you could say, why is that a tax on the poor? Because everybody with the $100 is going down, but the poor, they only got $100. Whereas if you got 200 million or 50 million, it doesn't hit you the same. You still can live your life the same. And so inflation is stealing your money, because you think you got $100 in the bank, and then 10 years later, you still got $100, for example, but the buying power, for example, a new pair of Jordans cost $100 when I was in school in the 90s. I remember when they went up to 150 and everybody was like, what? 150? What? So you can't even get the laces for $100 today. So for real. And Lord Bison, hey, I could get a job, quit a job and get a new job, quit that job and get another job, all in the same day. Wow, reading the newspaper, not even using the internet. Just pick up the phone, just go to the want ads and call up places, friend recommend. I mean, it was jobs everywhere. You may not have got paid that much, but things didn't cost that much. You know, a cheeseburger, double cheeseburger from McDonald's. I remember that was 99 cents for a double. Yvonne, but Tupac and Biggie got shot. That was the loss of innocence in the 90s. 96, 97. That started changing in the 90s. Big time. Lord Bison, you say Rough Riders were the go-to condoms before Magnums. Rough Riders. I forgot all about that. Well, you skipping, because it went from Rough Riders to Lifestyles. I don't know about you, but I was living that lifestyle game. You know what I mean? I was living that lifestyle. I bought so many lifestyle condoms before Magnums, it ain't even funny. And they was only what, a dollar? Two for a dollar? Damian Kenny, social media has ruined the generation. It has. Because we would go places, go to concerts, go with friends, and we actually had our social groups and our friends. Now they don't do any of that stuff, and all their friends and social groups is online or in, communities online, and they don't go anywhere with people anymore in real life or IRL. They had to make up IRL for reality. Anyway, Stephen Harris, Meech crying about Loco made Terry jealous some way. You think so? I mean, you probably right. But I don't think he should have been. I think Terry should have been crying too. Loco saved his ass. Yeah, him and Loco got into it a little bit, but that was his fault. And Loco changed their life. Without that plug from Loco, they'd still be small time in the D. They would have never been able to expand. They would have never made the connections they made. Their life would have been totally different. So I think Terry kind of bogus on how he treat Loco, and he ain't really appreciative of the impact Loco may have had for them. But Loco called him out on his stuff, and Loco called him fat, called him gordo, which Terry is kind of big. Now, moving on with the rest of this episode, what y'all think about Nicole having the baby? She told Mama, I'm moving out. You ain't stealing my money, and I'm a mama now. So the last thing I'm about to be doing is having you treat me like a kid, which she didn't say that, but basically that's what she said after she had the baby and said, we need a place of our own. We moving out. Mama was hurt, but you gonna need help with the C-section. You had the baby. But anyway, we see she has the baby, and I still don't think that the baby daddy, that ain't him. And it's gonna be coming back. Maybe they get the baby start looking like old boy or something, whatever the case, but I don't think that's his baby. The baby don't look, what is it? That baby don't look like me. That baby don't look like me, like me. That baby don't look like me. Anyway, she can't go get robbed for her $3,000 no more with your mama ass. Anyway, now mama ain't gonna be able to claim food stamps. It's just you by yourself. You can't feed yourself at Wendy's. You better get an extra nugget or two. Anyway, we see that she had the C-section, had the baby. It did look a little touch and go. The baby wasn't crying, but actually that happens a lot more than people realize, which is why I don't kind of like the Shy making Keisha look like she could just squirt out a baby in the water like it ain't no thing. Babies, there's a lot of problems with baby. I think a lot of people got used to baby surviving, but for most of human history, shoot, your baby may not have made it if you wasn't out the water till you was like damn near 10 years old. You might have got the mumps, the whooping cough, measles, all kind of stuff that took you out in life. To be a old man, that was respected. Because hell, you barely most people made it to out of be 10. And then you got gray hair. You a grizzled veteran of life. Anyway, now people think you dumb if you old. Look at this dummy, still alive. What you doing, still living, sucking up air? But you just a dummy, ain't you? Anyway, Lord Bison, you say them Rough Riders was stronger than Lifestyle. Lifestyles was cheap. Lifestyles was cheap. I do got one story of the first time it bust, and I was like in the middle, and it bust, and I was like, oh man, these really do bust. I guess I'm about to bust next. Please, please, no baby, please, no babies. I sure didn't stop though. I was scared. Woo! Anyway, Lord Bison, you say Tommy Egan is a psychopath, yet he is an anti-hero also. That is true. I don't know what I must have said talking about that. Miss Crafty, 90s was the best decade. That is facts, man. To be honest, man, I can't probably, if I was to settle down with somebody, if they didn't live through the 90s, we probably wouldn't relate. And our mentality is different. I think people from that era, we harder. We just a little harder people. We got raised by people that didn't raise us. Basically, we raised ourselves. We was there when the internet came into existence. Plus, we had the old school. We bridged the gap of society. We played outside like old people with till the street lights came on with no supervision because our parents, they was not the best parents. The boomers were not good parents. In a way, they were because they let us grow up and gave us freedom. And I guess people today, what are so-called good parents, well, things have changed as we see in this episode. Somebody been and stole your kid. Now that was happening all the time, but it really took off in the 90s and beyond. I say by the 2000s and stuff, people was traumatized to let their kid play outside, which I wonder that would be the perfect thing to do if you want a generation of people stuck indoors so they can get ready to be using this technology. I'm just saying. That is a hell of a conspiracy theory. Make people scared to let their kids go outside. Then next thing you know, they give their kids all this technology and anyway, the rest is history. But anyway, Stephen Harris, you say a Lamar around the girl was cringy. The worst thing about that is that that man, Lamar, as far as I know, is still alive. He is still alive today. And if they put in a movie or a show, if I was him, that I did something to a little girl, you know what I'm saying, inappropriate, or that I took out the mama and the daughter, I might sue them. Y'all can't have me out here looking like no pervert and evil and doing this stuff, and people may walk up to him and say this and that or do whatever. I don't know. But I think that's probably the worst thing you can do. I don't see any justification for doing something to a kid. I don't. I don't see any justification for that unless you're a kid. Then y'all kind of even, but at the same point, it's only so far that can go. But it's no justification for that. You can do stuff to other adults and say it was money or whatever, respect. I'm not saying it's all justified, but ain't nothing you could say to me to talk about what you did to some kid unless you're the parent and you gave them a whooping or a punishment. Other than that, and that's out of love. You don't discipline your kids out of being angry or whatever. Anyway, Lamar, he gonna take out Shorty and the mama, cause how this gonna work out? He gonna try to make B-Mickie come and get him. B-Mickie, this, oh my goodness, this is gonna be a hell of a finale. I'm ready to see what's gonna happen with it. But you know, that's gonna be crazy. Um, let's see, Yvonne Cox, you say, but Lamar did cut off the water of Nicole's boyfriend. So here's the thing. Yes, he did. And technically, he was a teenager, which is a kid still, right? So technically, you 100% right, Yvonne. Here's the double-edged sword with that. I'm not saying that this is right, but this is how. So when we was 15 in the streets, especially back then, we was kind of viewed as like a little adult. You probably getting coochie. He was trying to. You trying to drive, make money, do this. So for him to shoot him, he probably looked at him as a little young ninja out here, whatever. But he didn't see him as a kid playing with toys kid. Maybe because of my generation, how I was raised, I see a kid as less than a teenager. I see a teenager as a teenager. You're not a kid. You ain't grown. You in between. You a teenager. And so yeah, he was wrong, but I didn't me personally, I didn't see him taking out a kid the same way as if he did something to this little girl. What does she know? She ain't trying to get no booty or do nothing. That's still innocence in life. So Miss Crafty, this is exactly what I said earlier. This is why it's so many millennials. Miss Crafty said her parents are Generation X. I said we was G's. We started having kids early. So we may have been the kids of the boomers, but because 65 to 80, a lot of us was having kids early. We was grown. We were little adults. We was out selling drugs, making money, having sex, getting jobs. I was raking leaves, shoveling snow, all this stuff when I was 10 years old. I don't know when I didn't have a job in life, to be honest. Something to make some money, whether it's a yard sale, get my stuff, selling it, doing something. We were always like little hustlers. And so I felt like an adult a long time in my life. Looking back on it, I was not an adult, but I felt like it. I know how I can look back and how I thought back then, and I used to think I was so old at 15 or 16. I used to feel like I was old, but when you see people that have died already or got shot or may not have made it, you start thinking you're older than you are sometimes. And so the reason there's so many millennials and all of that and Zoomers is because half of them are our kids, and then the boomers old ass, they was having kids in their 40s, which some of us are having kids in their 40s. Nah, I know a few people that's got kids in their 40s from my generation, but we still look good. We benefit. We learned all of that. We still look good, baby. We of course we gonna have kids. We the best. We the best. Anyway, Stephen Harris, we done with Mexican Loco gone. I'm glad, but also I'm not glad. I'm glad that that prequel of Mexico is over, but Loco was a G. I like Loco. Yvonne Cox, he stabbed him. Who you talking about? Lamar cut off the water. What I say? Shot him. Yeah. Lord Bison, Loco was Cuban. And Cubano, I actually had a Uncle Juan who was Cuban, and he was a gangster. Yeah, I ain't mean gangster like gang banging or whatever. I mean gangster mentality. Gangster mentality is, yeah, this may be going wrong, or yeah, I may not have what I need, but you know what? I'ma still get it done. I'ma still make it. I'm not gonna go cry. I'm not gonna go run home to the hospital or go and put it on social media. I'm gonna go ahead and make it work. And when I am gonna make it work, I'm not gonna celebrate and do this then. I'm gonna go on with the rest of my day. That's gangster. Like, I'm gonna handle my business and keep it moving. My Uncle Juan was a carpenter and he was also alcoholic. Rest in peace. Died at the age of 50. He used to drink Dimitri. Dimitri, I need my Dimitri. They love Dimitris. He used to drink Dimitri vodka and he would get a half pint. He didn't have a lot of money, but he would get a half pint every morning. He called it his 202. I need my 202. And sometimes I'd drive him. He let me drive his car when I was 15 because he'd be drunk. So I'd be driving him around. That's actually where I learned to drive the most. I drove the most driving his car, a Subaru. Anyway, he got to get that 202, that half pint of Dimitri, and drink it. But here's one gangster story. So he was a carpenter building the back porch. And it's actually two different things happened. But one of them is while he was drunk back there in the backyard, my dad would like to buy drinks and drink with him. He thought that would be a way to save on paying. I bought drinks. What you want me to pay you to? Yeah. Anyway, that's don't work for nobody cheap. Anyway, they pulling apart this old ass porch steps. It's stuff all over the place. I was there. I saw this happen. I was like 10 and 11 years old. And he tripped or something. You drunk, you already off your square. And then he kind of tripped. And when he fell, he put his hand down to brace himself. And his hand went through a rusted nail from one of the wood, went all the way through. I saw it with my own eyes. I'm like, and he pulled it out. He didn't go, but then he pulled it out. And then he put his hand down on like another piece of wood, took the hammer and banged his hand with the hammer to get all. He said he got to get all the bad blood out. He banged the shit out his hand with this hammer right after it. And then poured some Dimitri boy, 202 boy. He poured that on there, wrapped it up, and finished working. See, today he should have sued my dad for that. Get some homeowners insurance. I don't know, but that's a gangster mentality right there. Hey, I don't know, man. But first of all, the nail could be brand new. I'm not doing that. A rusty nail. Hey, man, I need a tetanus shot. And it did start to get infected, and he would not go to the hospital until his wife finally made him go like a week later. So Straight up. Anyway, hey, shout out to Loco and the Cuban. A lot of them Cubans, like my Uncle Juan, they came from uh Cuba when Castro emptied the prisons. That's how Tony Montana came. I know that wasn't a real person, but that's the story, which was a true thing. Anyway, Loco was a G, but I bet you old boy in Beverly Hills is the one that got Loco blown up. I doubt it was the rival cartel. I bet you it was old Playboy Cardi in Beverly Hills. He the one that got Loco blown up. So I bet you we find that out probably, but it is what it is. Let me go ahead and get my Mosco for this episode. Then I'm gonna put the link in, and we can talk. Lord Bison, oh my goodness. Stephen Harris, Markeisha have took some hard hits being shot. Now the car accident, girl, stop and get your kids. She's stupid. Why she trying to be in the game? And she told old girl that she thought she was helping. Now she with Boom, and she dropped the dime. Yeah, she ain't really with you. She with Terry. I don't give a damn though. I'm not crashing. I know he was in a raggedy car. Maybe that was his crash away. I'm still not gonna suicide crash you. I don't know, man. That's crazy to me. I just can't do certain things. I wouldn't have did that to a dude. Maybe I would have. I might have crashed the dude if we had beef, or it was I'm trying to get you or you trying to get me, or we in the game and stuff. I might have did that to a dude. To Markeisha, although she is double crossing, I wouldn't have crashed you. No, I couldn't have did that. Not me. I ain't crashing you, and I be bloody talking about, see what I did, see what you made me do. What? Really? You're gonna do a damn kamikaze car crash in this month? Oh, girl, you got me messed up. Oh my goodness. Lord Bison, I won't say dated, but I had a good friendship, relationship, whatever. I won't say relationship because it didn't last long. We worked together, Cuban. And I will say this, that during relations time, she was like, oh, Poppy, oh, Poppy. I was like, they really do say that. Gave an extra good push for that. That's for saying the magic words. Instead of the Cuban Missile Crisis, Loco had a Cuban car crisis. You ain't lying, boy. He was in an explosive situation. He said they do. Hey, they really do. I was like, man, I think I'm falling in love. Nah, I didn't think that. But I did enjoy it. I was thinking, if I keep working here, this could be a nice place to have lunch between these legs. You know what I'm saying? Lord Bison, I dated a Cuban woman here in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, some years back. I'm gonna have to come down to Vancouver. I've never been to Vancouver. That's on the West Coast, right? But I did go to Canada, Windsor, Canada. I thought I was gonna fall in love when I was in the strip club. I told you I go to strip club when I'm in other locations, just not where I live. All right. Anyway, I knew better because they were strippers. But boy, oh boy, they started speaking some French. I'm like, oh snap! Here go my wallet. No, I ain't do that. She'd have got mad. Then the gig would have been up. She'd be like, oh, Georgia Brookie, you tricking me. That ain't her accent. I don't really remember. But anyway, Yvonne, you mean with Boone and Lakeisha. What did I say? What did I say? I done forgot. I'm moving on. All right. Stephen Harris, anyone feel sorry for Markeisha after Boom ran into her? That's a good question. Anybody feel sorry for her? I doubt it. I feel sorry for her because she a woman. But also, I don't feel sorry for her because she ain't in her lane. And what I mean by that is not that I'm a chauvinist, but drug dealing and killing people, I don't think that's for women. Okay. I'm sorry. I just don't think that's for women. I don't like seeing women doing that. Not that I'd rather men drug deal and kill people, but it seems more natural than seeing women doing that. So that's why I say she ain't in her lane. So I kind of don't feel bad for her because you ain't in your lane. Like right now, my lane is right here, right now. Now, if I was to be out on the corner or trying to go downtown and do some stuff and something was to happen to me, I shouldn't have been doing that. I should have had my ass at home talking to y'all, you know? And so, I look at it like that. She shouldn't be doing this. I feel bad that this happening, but at the same time, she chose that. So, and with her and Boone, Crafty, you say a situationship. Maybe I'm a little behind on the comments, but you can't have a situationship with somebody that'll crash into you or beat you or make you have sex with them when you don't want to, but you do it anyway because you're afraid of what? Coming up missing? I can see some women may do it because they don't want to argue or some drama or something. I mean, I've even done some things with my lady that I didn't want to. Not like that, but just didn't feel like it. But then if you don't, it can lead to other drama and stuff. So I could get that. But I didn't think she was gonna cut my thing off or kill me. So that would have been a big problem. If I thought that I can't be around you. You crazy. So Lord Bison said, hell no, he don't feel bad for Markeisha. Yvonne, no. Yvonne don't feel bad for Markeisha. I don't feel bad for Markeisha. Like I said, she in the wrong lane. She ain't playing her lane. She should have on some thongs on the beach in LA. That's her lane. She could have had a damn movie star probably come try to grab some. Who knows? But she want to be a damn drug queen pin. Now, you don't know what you don't know in life. And some women, and I say this for women especially because it ain't really the same for men, although it is nowadays, but a good looking woman in the wrong place, that's like devastating. Oh, speaking of that, I don't want to get too distracted. I wanted to do a couple other videos this week, but I'm almost close to completing this app, y'all. I'm in the process of putting it in the app store. I can't wait to let you all see what I made. This is my very first app that I'm building, and we can all make money with it too. And it's gonna be helpful. So I can't wait to let that out. So I've been working to get that done because I need to make some money. You know what I mean? Anyway, what I was saying about the oh shoot, I got distracted with that. What was I saying? Let me get to rewind it. Somebody let me know what I was saying before the app. Man, I think I'm losing my memories and not getting old, sitting here with my damn pops too long. He making me crazy. Shoot. What else? I'm about to put in the link if anybody want to come up and chat. Lord Bison, no, I'm not in Force season 3. I ain't gonna even drag it out. They didn't, as far as I know, they didn't kill me. If they did, they didn't let me know. I guess that's how death usually works. You don't know when it's coming. But uh the show is over with. But I am working on my own spinoff. But I did a little bit, but I ain't been able to complete it. because I've been sidetracked with this app stuff. So, but uh, you know, we could with technology today, we can create our own dreams and opportunities, you know. Crafty, you said no, the lady that called you Poppy. The lady that called you Poppy. What a hey man. Another thing is that she had a Ford Explorer SUV. We was in the back of her Ford Explorer. Say we backseat of your Jeep. That's the only time I ever been in a woman's car and did something. I ain't never did nothing in a woman's car before other than that one time. Nope. Never have. Most women don't have a car or they got a raggedy, dirty car. But also, I think that might have been the last time I probably even did something in a car because I was still in my early 20s. After I got older and get my own place, I was happy to get out the car. Now I might want to get in the car again, but I couldn't wait to get out the car and get my own place and space and stuff. So I don't think I did nothing in the car since then, actually. Stephen Harris, you said they may never do the baby mama story for Meech. Nicole named her son after him already. Yeah, that was kind of messed up. She shouldn't have named that baby Meech after he had told her that, but I guess, you know, you can name your kids whatever, right? Jay loves him a good Cuban torta. I gotta get a torta. Hey man, them tortas is pretty good, man. A papusa. I tore that papusa up, baby. I had a bunch of sour cream, extra cheese. Lord Bison, you say I went to UCLA in the 90s. Oh my goodness. I ain't even read the rest of the comment. Just seeing I went to UCLA in the 90s. You was in the Mecca right there, bruh. UCLA in the 90s? Wow. Respect. Give you a salute, soldier. Thank you for your service. You say you was smashing foreign exchange students, man. You had the United Colors of Benetton in this piece. I didn't go to UCLA. Damn. You're a smart dude also, because UCLA is a very good school and expensive. I had a cousin in California, got accepted to UCLA, but wasn't able to go because he couldn't afford it. That's always kind of affected him the rest of his life. But anyway, man, one thing about Chicago is it's a world-class international city. So, you know, I had me some tortas and some fried rice. Nah, but you know, you meet a lot of different people here in Indianapolis. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Chicago, you never know what you may meet, see, eat, do. Steve Lucille says she wants some company, y'all. Well, she ran everybody away. It's her fault. Shoot. That's her fault. Support Gaming. What's good, Support Gaming? I ain't seen you in a minute, man. How you been? Thought you forgot about me. You say 3.5 episode. BMF is a comedy. I wouldn't go that far, especially after seeing The Shy. What's up, One Journey? How you doing? The GI Bill. See, our generation, they used to preach the GI Bill, and it was helpful. Plus, when we would go to school, we had low interest on our loans. They got a lot of interest on their school loans now. Things have changed bad for the worse. All right, y'all. I'm about to do my MOORESCORE rating, and then we get to the call-ins before we get up out of here. right, all right. The Mosco, my rating system, keep it non-biased. 4 categories, 25 points each. Let's go to the visual cinematography. They did have good visuals this episode. I like what they did with the pregnancy scenes and the mom and things, or Loco. He didn't got took out. They had some good stuff in here. The little chase scene in Mexico, they put in a nice budget on this episode. B-Mickie and the conversation with Charles and different things they had. It was interesting what Lamar had going on. The way that they show how he kind of was talking to the mom and different. I mean, I can see some of the scenes is pretty set. They're pretty good. What happened with Lala and things. So I'm gonna give it a. This could have been like a season finale almost. Um, I'm gonna give this a 22 out of 25 for the visuals. Storyline and plot. I like this episode's storyline and plot. I thought it was pretty good. It had a lot going on. I'm kind of tired of this Mexico stuff. I wish we just get to the end of it. I mean, it took 10 episodes. I mean, I give them credit for trying something new with the storyline by giving a little piece of another story that happened in the future and do it. It's not something that you see typically on TV and movies. So I'll give them credit for trying something new. I just think they took it too far. I think maybe we should have figured out what the hell happened in Mexico by episode 5 at least, and then use this time for something else. But anyway, overall they did good. We got to see the Beverly Hills. They had some good locations and things. I'm gonna give them for this storyline. We see the baby is born. They got a baby Bjorn. She had a C-section. You got all them fine women in LA. They was in the Platinum Palace. Meech and his girl. I'm gonna give this episode storyline a 23 out of 25. And then special effect makeup, costumes. They had the explosion with Loco. I mean, they had a lot of birthday suits. You know what I mean? They were looking good. The set design, places they were. I think they did a good job with that. What else? As far as Loco, that explosion, of course, he wasn't really in there, but I mean, they did blow up a car. They had them shooting out the back of that truck in the beginning, and that driver got popped. Whoever popped him, what was they, a sniper? They popped him in the dome, but they couldn't get them when they was right up on their ass with all them trucks. They couldn't shoot them 2 fools sitting in the back. They sniped dude in the head with surgical precision. It might have been Lord Bison over there with the sniper rifle with that type of precision over there, but they couldn't get nobody else. But anyway, I'm going to give it, because I mean, for this type of show and their budget, I'll give them a 23 for the special effects and makeup and costumes and stuff. I mean, they was doing their thing this episode. Entertaining, fun fact, it was an entertaining episode. I'm gonna give it probably a 22 on entertainment, maybe a 23. I'll give it a 22. And that would bring it to, wow, a 90 on the Mosco. Could have been a 91 if I'd have gave it a 23, but I give it a 90, which I think it is about a 9 for this episode for the way this show is going. It had no dull moments, really. No dull moments this episode. And it ain't always about violence. They had, women, they had the drama with B-Mickie and Charles, or, Lamar and the girl situation, and then the mom and things. They had a little bit of everything in this episode. So, and then we lost a main character. So, well, somewhat. Loco. Meech was like, he told us everything. He told me everything I know. which that was kind of, I think that was a little odd, but I think that he said that for us, the viewers, to really know, because we know from watching that he's the plug that changed their life and put them on to be BMF. But maybe he said that out loud for viewers that probably wasn't thinking about it or didn't realize it. But I don't think he would have probably said that out loud in person, you know. Miss Crafty, you say your daughter's going to college off the GI Bill. That's what's up. My son is in school. He probably could get the GI Bill, but he already had a full scholarship. I don't know what he doing. He might have messed it up and ain't tell me for all I know. Anyway, let me get to a couple more comments. Then I got my man Stephen Harris. What's up, Steve? Lord Bison, thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate it. Every little bit helps over here, man. This a small channel trying to make it. They already done shadow banned me. But anyway, you say that wasn't a real Sloss and Swap meet, though. Where you talking about? On BMF? No, that was in New York. Sloss and Swap meet here. They didn't go to the Sloss and Swap meet, did they? If they did, it was real quick because I don't remember it. Because I've been to the swap meet. The swap meet, that used to really be something big. But when I went, it was in the 80s. And but as far as I don't remember it even being seen. I remember seeing Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills. I don't remember them in the swap meet here. When they connect from Cali was riding them around. One thing they did say that's true is Meech was like, man, the sun shine every day out here. Man, that is true. Every day is a beautiful day in California. I mean, other than like wildfires or earthquakes or gang members or drive-bys and robberies. And other than that, it's a beautiful day. Damian Kenny, thank you, my brother. That's right. Moscow, a 90. And that's like a 9 out of 10. Always give a 0.5 margin of discretion. So, if you think it was an 8.5 or a 9.5, I could see the case for that. One Journey, we did not need the sister storyline. Yeah, the sister storyline is probably not important overall. I think the only reason we kind of still with it is because the emphasis on family with Meech and them, and then that's why we probably see that he's still trying. And then he looks at his organization as a family. And Terry did have a good point when they was in the basement talking. He said, "You a bad judge of character." From PJ or whatever his name, JP, and he just named off everybody. And he trying to get on Terry for bringing B-Mickie back in, but which they both was right and they both was wrong. Terry was right about Meech. Meech was right about Terry. Terry was wrong about Meech and then how he tried to run it as a family and having it out. That is a good thing, but he has made mistakes. And Terry bringing B-Mickie back was a good thing, but also bad because he wasn't loyal and he trying to get revenge behind their back. Another thing Terry said that was messed up is when they met with old boy in Beverly Hills, he talking about, I need to be in the loop, tell me this and that, which then implies he's being left out of the loop sometime. He can be a possible problem, jealous, whatever. And it make your organization not look too good. But I agree. That's why what One Journey is saying, stick to the storyline. That's why I kind of feel the way about the Mexico thing. Wrap that up. Let's get to the main storyline. But I kind of get it. They trying to do something different. The sister, just like the mother and the dad in a way. The dad not so much because he actually moved down there with him, so he kind of still a part of what they doing somewhat. But the mom and the sister, I think we only watching that because they stress the family emphasis. And the first couple seasons, we got to know them. So people probably may say, well, what happened to the sister? What happened to the mother? But, and also, I said earlier, you may not have heard, but I think that baby is going to be dude that was working for Terry's baby, which will come back again to her being in the mix with some stuff. Stephen Harris, what's good with you, man? How you feeling?
Thoughts earlier impressions.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How you going? How's it going with you, man?
Good. I mean, yeah, though this season though, with B-Mickie, I mean, Loco, man, he the much went out though after he got blowed after he was beefing with the Mexican cartels, and then now he got to be working with Riley now because. And you know, B-Mickie, Big Meech, Lil Meech, he frustrated. He stressed out though by losing his partner Loco.
Yeah, that was sad for Meech. That was his little mentor in the game. What you think about
And
this episode? What would you rate this episode?
I rate the episode 7.
Really?
I mean, yeah, though, it wasn't nothing else going on, but I give it 8 though. I give it 8.
You said a
I give it
7 because
8.2.
ain't
I
nothing
give it
else.
8.2.
You keep raising it up. You said it wasn't nothing else going on, but you keep raising it up. All right, so let me ask you this then. What you think about the Loco thing? We'll start with Loco and Meech relationship. You think Terry was happy that Loco gone because he kind of jealous of
Yeah,
Loco?
Terry was jealous of Loco because him and Loco they never either much got along with each other because he was loyal to Meech, but not Terry.
Right. And they already got into a fight too.
Yeah,
So
though, because he's sitting that kid off. Because and
uh-huh.
these Mexican cartels know he's sitting that kid off, and he should have never did it.
Hey, that was a dumb move right there. So what you think about B-Mickie? Because it looked like your twin uh by name, twin by name. Uh but it looked like Bryant, he's looking to put this case together because they got B-Mickie on tape leaving with the snitch that he ended up shooting. Then they found the gun. What you think is gonna happen with B-Mickie now and
I say
Bryant?
yeah, because B-Mickie, though his wife told him to leave that alone, and now he trying to sink a retribution on me and BMF because he want BMF organization out of business. And dude, B-Mickie better watch out though, because first Lamar is gonna be looking for him. He just already done kidnapped your wife and your daughter and got them two in the back of the Undertaker car. And so Lamar, B-Mickie gonna have to go to Lamar first and Detective Brian
Yeah,
because
that's
because B-Mickie water is finna end up getting cut off at the end of the season.
yeah, that's true. He might try to use Brian and them to help him and lie and say that Lamar made him do it because he got his family. He might try and lie and say something like that. He is a little sneaky little liar, so I wouldn't put it past him. Um, anyway, what you think? I saw you put in the comments when B-Mickie came to Meech house and Charles came. You thought he was gonna put the pow
Yeah,
to
because he was
Charles.
the dude. Yeah, because if Charles wasn't now and B-Mickie would have went in the house and tried to take out Meech. Because Charles even told him, what you doing here though on my property? Because we done put money into your wedding, we done put money into your child having surgery, and now you want to come up here and pop up on my son property. Dude, if Charles probably told him get to stepping. I mean, Charles stepped it up in this show because Charles ain't no food though in this
Nah,
show.
I like Charles. It's sad that he got put in the situation he got put in the way, but he got a good heart. He mean well, and
Yeah, I'm team Charles. So
yeah, I like Charles, man. And wait till they take him to Platinum Palace. He ain't going back to Lucille. I'm telling you.
oh yeah, I'm glad he got away from Lucia. And now though Nicole done moved out the house, and you know she just already had a baby. She done named her baby Demetrius. in the show. Cause and that baby is Breeze baby, not the one, not Worm, the one who Terry burned face up on the stove.
You think so?
Yep. Because he was at the hospital with her.
He was, but I think he gonna be heartbroken when that baby don't look like him, start looking like a Breeze worm. It gonna look like a little worm. Support gaming. He say they turned B-Mickie into Dre. So disappointed. What do you think? I think they've done a lot of similarities with their shows and storylines, but that is a good point. What you think about that? You think B-Mickie is like Dre from Power?
Oh yeah, I mean he exactly acting like a 2.0 Dre from Power. Because I mean, I don't know why they bring him back, because he did nothing to even much boost his ratings on this show.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they couldn't keep using Lamar as the bad guy. So
yeah, because they brought him back to episode 9 and episode 10 because they ain't had no storyline for him in episode 7 and 8.
Right. Exactly. One Journey, you say Terry never gave a good reason that he disliked him. Who disliked who?
He's talking about Loco.
No, probably it ain't no real reason Terry did for Terry to dislike him other than he didn't like Terry. And sometimes people be like, well, they don't like me, so I don't like them. That's all he can say, because if anything, he the one made the mistakes letting the kid go. What else he do that messed up with Loco? He did a couple things, but he gave reason for Loco not to like him. Loco ain't gave no reason for him not to like Loco, but
Wow.
It'd be like that sometime. What you think about Meech's girlfriend and how much she liked him, but he kind of played her to the side? She like, oh, what, you in big Meech mode right now?
I can't even think of this girl name right now who's in the show. I keep getting her name.
I don't know her name, but she is a dime piece though. But
yeah, because Meech doesn't clap them cheeks.
Hey, he made love to them cheeks. He ain't clap them. But what? I don't want to make it seem that beauty is everything. I say a lot of times about women.
Oh, DeMar can say Maria.
DeMarcus be on it. Like I said earlier, I think women are beautiful. I like women. I don't want to say love women, because then it make it seem like every woman that look good, you want to be with them or something. But I think women are beautiful, but I don't think because you're beautiful, do anything or whatever. But at the same time, I think he did her wrong, because I think she was a good woman, could have his back, and she was beautiful. I think that was a win-win situation, and he played her to the side. But when you're young, you kind of don't value exactly or know what you have till it's gone. And I think Maria could come back to maybe haunt him or change the story. She may be pregnant when we see her again, because I think we got to know her in a way that if she was just going to be a little jump off, we probably shouldn't have got to know her, So I don't know. That might be his mama. We'll see. I mean, well, no, it ain't, because he ain't 30 years old. Lil Meech is only.
Yeah, in real life, Meech is 26 in real life.
Okay, so that means he was born in 99. One thing they did do this episode is at the end, they played that Mobb Deep Quiet Storm. I don't know about y'all, but that was one of my jams. Mobb Deep, they are OG, real hip hop group. But that Quiet Storm came out around like 98, 99 or something.
Right.
So who knows? Maybe she might be his mama. I don't know. Support game, and only person Meech likes is Rick Ross. Lord Bison, you said the real Meech was sword fighting in prison. Snap. You know what's messed up? And this is a little side note, but what was I just watching? Oh, I was watching a YouTube video and it was talking about Fleece Johnson, which I remember doing a video live about some show. I think it was The Godfather Harlem when old boy,
Right.
when Big Nick Buster came, and everybody was calling him Fleece Johnson, the Booty Warrior. I didn't know that they had did that on Boondocks, but I did just recently see some. I saw when he actually did the real thing, and he was talking about the syrup and peanut butter and jelly and all of that. And he was like, "Ain't nothing more important in here than booty. Booty more important than water. Booty, booty is everything." Anyway, the thing that I was watching, even though it was talking about that, it is kind of messed up, don't you think? That here in this country, that's part of the punishment that we kind of say that you're gonna get, but you may or may not, because it can't be legal. But like, that's messed up for men. That, hey, you go to prison and they gonna get up in your booty. That's unconstitutional. That's cruel and unusual punishment. So you do a crime and your punishment is somebody gonna get up in your booty. Man, that thing, that's crazy, man. I'll be honest though, that did kind of help me not want to go to jail. I'd be like, "Come here, Big Yellow." I'd be like, "Oh no, you can't fight everybody." I guess I
No.
give up. No. Anyway, Fleece Johnson. That is sick. But anyway, this episode we see Loco dead. B-Mickie, it's about to be a wrap for him and his kids. You think Lamar gonna possibly do something to his baby mama and kid?
I don't think so. I see B-Mickie family walking off, leaving him high and dry, and then Lamar is going to end up taking him out easy.
Really? I don't know if they gonna leave him. I think Lamar probably take them out, and I don't know if I think he might take them both out or something. I don't know. I don't see how people can do that to somebody and then let them go, and they don't tell. She gonna tell B-Mickie at least, which then he gonna want to come after him. She gonna tell the cops, then they'll come at. Like, I don't see how people do these things and then let a person go. That's why I don't see why they should go down that road to begin with. But anyway, that's messed up. But we'll see. I think it's a strong possibility at least the mama will be gone and that girl will just have a daddy for the meantime. But we don't know how long that'll last. Let me see. What else we need to talk about this episode? What else happened? DeMarcus Vaughn, he say Rojas is in prison and forced though, Jay. Yeah, but that's why I always stay seated. You ain't never see me get up. I stayed seated. I protected that ass. You understand what I'm saying? I protected it. I ain't get up off that ass for nothing. You know what I mean? Nothing. And I gained extra weight. Make it harder to turn me over. Anyway, Lord Bison said B-Mickie is a wasted character. I wouldn't go that far. I'd say he a waste of life. That probably is even further, but his character, I think, is just a POS piece of shit. Like Charles said, we gave you that money for your daughter, and now you back on the streets. We could have gave that money to some hardworking family. And you talking about how's it going at the plant, but you down here in Atlanta in the middle of the week. No damn well you ain't working at the plant. They don't give you no time off in the middle of the week. Your ass ain't go to work. You fired.
And lied about that, man.
For real. For real. And as skinny as he is, you could see that big old bulge in his pants, and it wasn't no wee-wee. It was it was that damn gun. So, that was kind of crazy. I I would have liked for him to have some soul searching and realize he need to take his ass home. Support gaming. You say, what if nobody gets smoked in the finale? Lamar just gets shot again, then disappear and be back in season 5. They better not shoot Lamar again. How many times can somebody get shot?
And they survive again.
Right, on different occasions. That's just played out. But who knows? I don't think nobody might get smoked, to be honest with you, unless it's Lala, Markeisha. Because, okay, let me ask you this, Steve. I want you to put your thinking cap on. Markeisha, the last time we saw her, she in an accident with Boom. What's the next scene? Does he leave her there? Does he leave her there? Does he try to pull her out? Does he kill her? Then if she leaves her there, then what? The ambulance come, they say, who hit you? What happened? What she do? Don't say nothing.
I really think though Boom that's gonna leave her in the hospital. Because after that, Boone ran into Markeisha though, because Markeisha, he caught Markeisha slipping up, but Markeisha better be glad that Boone did not even much complete her.
Complete her.
Because because Markeisha, and you see her the next episode laying up there suffering from severe injuries in the hospital.
You saw the clip for the next episode?
Yeah, because Markeisha got on the phone and called Terry telling him my Boone was trying to kill me.
Okay, I didn't see the clip for the next episode. All right, well then that's a good answer. Because I'm wondering, like, what the hell? You gonna just leave her there in the street? Are you gonna finish the job? Or you gonna? I don't know. I think maybe too many steps ahead. Not that I always get everything right, but if I was him, I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna crash this bitch, teach her a lesson. And then you crash. Now you crashed your car. How you gonna get away? Then what you gonna walk off and catch the bus after you crashed her? Taught her. No, you messed yourself up. I can't self-sabotage like that.
Yeah, because Markeisha was trying to play both sides with Terry and Boone.
Yeah, man.
And Carmen came back and bite her.
I'm gonna read this comment and then I got a question for you about that. DeMarcus Vaughn, man, appreciate you, man, with all the love tonight, man, holding it down, man, spreading love up in this piece. You say, I think that Lamar will take out Hardy. Hardy is who? The baby mama?
Hardy is the member of the Red Dogs.
Well, how is Lamar gonna take out Hardy? Oh, because Lamar gonna go to Atlanta. He did ask. He might drive all of them to Atlanta, which, how could you do that? Well, he did zip tie our hands, but still, you got to get gas. They're going to have to use the bathroom. They're going to have to eat. You know, people have to use the bathroom and eat. People are complicated hostages. Not that I've ever had any, but I had known from movies and seeing movies so much that they make it seem it's easy to have somebody as a hostage, and it's not. People get, real crabby and all kind. It just, I don't know how he can go to Detroit to California in a hearse with them. I mean, to Atlanta. Still a nice drive. How you gonna sleep? What, they gonna sleep in there? You got to go in a room, rent a room, something. I just think if they do that, I'm not gonna like that storyline. And what I was about to say, I forgot what I was gonna ask you about earlier, or maybe I already said it. If Lamar was gonna kill B-Mickie. Brandon Bates, you say if Lamar was gonna kill B-Mickie family, he would have did it as soon as he got B-Mickie location. That's a good point, but also he could be using them as leverage because he really want to get B-Mickie, and he know if he got the daughter and his woman, that'll make him come quick. Pause. I got your daughter and your woman. I'm gonna make you come quick. But that'll bring him in. If he kills them, he may come looking for him. But now you got to look over your shoulder if somebody looking for you. You'd rather have it where you got the upper hand and they need to go where you say. What do you think? You think Lamar might take him out or no?
I think Lamar want to take him out because he is looking for retribution. Because after he was finna take out Meech and Terry, and then B-Mickie came and saved both of them and shot Lamar in the shoulder. And then because if it wasn't for B-Mickie showing up, it would have been the end of Meech and Terry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess everybody saw this trailer but me. That she in the damn hospital. What you think about and I know this is a better question for ladies, but because I know men snitches to stab you in the back. But what you think about Marquisha? I know, but what you think about Marquisha girlfriend stabbing her in the back, selling her out?
I mean, dude, that's cold-blooded, man. Because I mean, why would you try to get somebody to work with you? Is your connect that who you don't either much know?
For real, Lord Bison, you say Terry a PhD simp. DeMarcus Vaughn, you say Terry only 23. Here go to Terry hate. Terry get a lot of hate. I don't know. I didn't know that. But yeah, I agree with what you said, Steve. And I don't know, man. Marquisha, she a complicated character. And like women relationships, like I know dudes that'll see somebody's woman and want to basically because men want to screw them to have sex with the woman. I get the attitude process of it, but I never thought of why is a woman gonna sell out that other woman for boom. It's probably not sexual, although I'm sure women, because I do know women like sex like men, but is it a power thing? Women, let me know. I'm gonna let you tell me what you think. But why do you think because I always wonder why people do what they do, but why is it that she is selling out Marquisha for Boone? Is it that she wants her position?
Because Boone used to go with her because Boone slept with her.
I know, but I'm saying what would make a woman sell out another woman for a man? Like I know why men would do it, me being a man. Although I would never do that because I would value a friendship more than busting a nut. You know what I mean? Or screwing a woman. You know what I mean? Unless we just had such an amazing connection. It just felt like we were meant to be together, which this is something I've seen in movies. I haven't experienced in life. So I don't know.
We had great chemistry with each other.
Exactly. And I don't even know if I would want to try to get you away from your man or your husband for that, because I wouldn't want someone to do that to me. I have met some great women that are married, and I wish I may have met them before their husband, but I wouldn't do anything to take them away from their husband or break up that relationship.
Yeah, because that ends up that means you and your woman, y'all end up getting into some confusion, and it stirs up drama, problems, and either much though break up husband or wife marriage.
Yeah, as well as I don't want that on my soul. I feel like if I was a main point of breaking that up, even though I don't think a person could do nothing that they don't want to do, kind of like I could want that woman or we could have chemistry, but if she love her husband, then it ain't nothing I can say or do. She gonna stay with it. So only a person, vice versa, your wife or your man won't leave unless they want to, so it don't matter what woman try to do whatever. Anyway, I kind of don't want to do things that I wouldn't want happen to me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so I don't steal or rob or beat up or do all the, not that,
Yeah, to put your life in jeopardy.
Exactly. Plus, I don't want nobody to do it to me. So I believe in that live by the gun, die by the gun. Although it may not be a gun, but if you live your life stealing from people, well, guess what? People gonna steal from you.
Yeah, because people end up killing you stealing from them, and you go to jail.
That's true. You can get killed stealing and breaking into the wrong stuff
Yeah,
and
yeah,
killing the wrong
because if you
people.
ain't got no money, don't touch nothing because that don't belongs to you.
Yeah. That don't belong to you. Don't touch it. Your ass is funny, man. Hey, DeMarcus Vaughn, man. Thank you for the love, fam. You say, imagine if Aisha take out Lamar. Aisha, who is Aisha, man? They go to the screen again with them on this Venice beach. They showed them three girls 3 different times. They showed them on the beach in the sand, and they showed them walk past them on the thing or whatever. But let me tell you though, I don't know who Aisha is. I'm waiting for him to say it. But Venice Beach, I really, really love that area. And when I first would go there, Venice Beach has changed a lot. And now, Venice Beach area, you need to be a millionaire to live over there. But in the 80s, 70s, 80s, and even in the 90s, that area was like a bohemian, like a hippie type, cool type. It wasn't expensive and things. And then I always like how they had the waterway, right there behind their houses. They got the little boats and stuff. Venice area in California, Venice Beach. I always liked it. Now you gotta be a millionaire to have a place over there. But back in the day, it was dope, man. Venice Beach. This episode, they showed it. It was more of a modern Venice Beach. And a couple other things they had that I noticed that was more modern, but also, I mean, I'm just being picky, but when they showed Meech at his house this episode and he went in the kitchen, I could have swore I saw that bespoke refrigerator that I saw at Best Buy, which that's an expensive refrigerator. But anyway, what you think about B-Mickie raggedy ass car, man? Why they got him riding this raggedy ass car? He can't buy another car? That car is so
I mean,
noticeable.
yeah, though, because that car look old. Yeah, he was
That car
riding
is
in.
that car is horrible. I'm surprised it even made it cross country.
Yeah, and you rode B-Mickie rode that car all the way from Detroit to Atlanta, Georgia.
Mm-hmm. Brandon Bates said Aisha B-Mickey's wife. All right, I'm glad you let me know because I sure didn't remember.
Oh, I forgot about that. There was Aisha, but they don't show her that much in these in these scenes.
Nah, they don't say her name enough.
They
Definitely.
they never do. We just get a scene. They just say B-Mickie name. That's all we know, but we don't know the wife name Aisha.
And if you don't know, I'm really surprised because you be on it too. Yvonne Cox said, "Ain't nobody taking out Lamar." What you think? Think Lamar gonna make it this season?
Dude, I wouldn't be surprised if he make it out of season 4. Because I don't see him dying, because you know that the producers and the directors and the writing team, they just already just bought him back in season 4, so they haven't done much of anything with him in his storylines.
Mm-hmm. And
Because
also, he alive in real life. So although they
yep,
could change it up though, but still, you want to show your face, man, before we go, man. You got you a little few people that like to see you nowadays. There you go. Look at that, y'all. Look at Steve. Everybody always say you look different than I thought because the human mind always puts together an image with the voice. I remember before because most of my videos was voiceovers at first, and I remember when I came, people say you look different than I thought. So anyway, before we get up out of here, um, so man, this is a good show, man. Good episode.
yep,
What you
yep. I
think?
get episode 8.
Yeah, what you think about the future for Miss Lucille now that she by herself?
Yeah, I'm glad Lucy is by herself, because I'm talking about, after you either much stole Nicole money out of that wallet and then either much lied to her daughter and talked down on her, girl, you by yourself. Because Nicole either much moving out and moving to Atlanta, Georgia. I said I'm happy for her. She going down there with Charles and Meech at.
Oh, okay. I didn't know she was going to Atlanta.
She probably going for go to college to get her scholarship.
Right. She should, because once you stop, and I remember hearing this a lot, and I never believed it, but people say back in the day, especially, don't stop, finish the school. Because if you stop and you say, I'm going to take off a semester and go back, people normally never go back, or
Right.
20 years later before you get a chance to go back. And when you young like that, you in a very small window of time before real life start lifing, as they say, and now she got real life with that baby. So if she don't go back to school, she probably never will. I remember when I said I'm gonna stop and I'll go back. But at the time I had already been in school 4 years, but I transferred, which messed up the credits and different stuff or whatever. So I shouldn't have did that. But I remember saying, man, I'm tired of this, man. I need to make some money. I'll come back. I ain't never been back. Never been back. And that was in the year 2000. So that was 25 years ago,
Right.
which me saying that is crazy because I still feel like the youngest all the time. So like millennials and zoomers and people, I still feel like I'm still young, like, and now I'd be like, oh my goodness. Like Crafty said, her parents is Generation X. Like, damn, made me feel old. But we did start having kids as teenagers. We were little grown-ups. I had a bunch of friends having kids at 15, 16, 17. A lot of that teenage pregnancy era and making it where don't nobody care. Our generation did that. I don't know if that's something to be proud of, but that's why it's so many millennials, because you got boomers, because some boomers, the young boomers that was born up until 65, so by 85, they only 20, by 90, they 25 years old. Then you got my generation, if they was born in 1970, or I'm not 70, 75, by 95, they 20. So you got both of those people making kids at the same time, which why so many more millennials. I think Generation X is the smallest generation between the boomers, Generation X, millennials, and Zoomers. We the smallest, but we the OGs. we the ones that know the boomers in their prime, and also know these little people out here that's running around too. Anyway, I've been thinking too much about this generation stuff because I guess I'm getting old and I see what happens thing.
Mm.
So anyway, Lord Bison with the super chat love, man. I appreciate you, man. He said a Marine buddy of mine who retired before me has a house near Venice Beach. Every time I visit my native LA, we chill on his balcony watching women. Oh my goodness, man.
Oh man.
He's living the life. First of all, to have, damn boy, you got some damn Freddy Krueger fingernails up in here, man. Don't slice my
Wait.
throat.
Oh no, I'm cutting these off though, as long as a hook.
That's a blunt cutter right there, boy. You be busting blunts down with that real
Yep.
easy.
What's that song say? I'm living my life like it's golden. Living my
Yeah, I
life,
know,
living
right?
my
I
life like
cut my
it's
blunt
golden.
cutters down. My blunt cutters ain't there no more. But Venice Beach, you have a house. It's directly on the beach. Like people walk right in front of your house. You see some titties hanging. Hey, come here. Let me wipe them down for you, baby. Come here. You want to use the shower? You want something to drink? You want a juice? You want some water? Boy, and
Man, I'm talking about California though. They got some big women out there in California too.
they do. But you know what? They still look good. One of the things they did say this episode is like when they was walking the beach, you like, damn, man, everybody look good out here. Dude, everybody do. All right, of course, not everybody. That's hyperbole. But most people in California do look good. Even if you big or skinny, people still like try to clean themselves up or put on a touch
Some
of
them
rouge.
picking it.
Huh?
They be putting on some sun tint down there in California, and they be laying on the beach with their shades. They be up under the umbrella.
Umbrella. Hey, you got to get a little shade when you can. They be putting that baby oil on. But yeah, man. Cali, man. Venice Beach, that used to be probably my favorite beach. And that's not the best beach technically in California or in LA, but that's my favorite. I liked all the stores, I liked all the action, I liked all the people, I liked the
Yep,
lifting weights.
they got to eat much. The liquor store down, they got the liquor store down now in California.
But you
Beautiful
can't,
weather.
don't go. I heard that if you get in the water after it rained, you're gonna get sick because all the nasty stuff from the city get pushed out by Venice Beach or by some of these beaches. I ain't never surfed. I don't like salt water. Me
Uh-uh.
growing up in Chicago, Lake Michigan, swimming in pools, that's fresh water. Then when I went to Florida, oh my goodness, salt water is, I can't stand salt. I don't see how people surf. Or maybe I'm just a diva.
You know, because people be, I mean, they do that. They be surfing down there in Miami area. You're surfing.
I know, right?
Yeah, because I'm talking about they down there because they party down there in Miami on the beach. They enjoy the margaritas and tequilas.
Margaritas. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man, that's something right there. DeMarcus Vaughn, you say if Terry go to California, he could lead the restaurant to Charles and Lucille. Well, in reality, Terry does go to California, and I think he lives there right now to this day.
Oh yeah, I seen him on ING with his shades on over there by the beach.
Really? I ain't paid no attention to him on Instagram, but yeah, he live in Cali though, because I remember that when he got out during COVID, he was on house arrest. They said he was in Cali with his woman or something. So, but let me tell you, man, California is humongous. First of all, most people think of California as LA, but California is humongous
Yeah,
and
because San Francisco is different from California.
way different, way different.
But down there, man, it costs a living down there in San Francisco. You just can't live down there. $800 worth of hotel in San
But
Francisco.
also that's the big cities. It's a lot of small towns and smaller cities and stuff in California that you could live and be dipped off and still live a good life without the LA lifestyle, so to speak, you know, because the LA life is a busy life with traffic and expensive and stuff, but you can be out an hour or two from there and still
Yeah,
live a great life in California is all I'm saying. So, and same in Chicago, because everybody doesn't go to I know some people that never been to the city. Like when I would first start driving and stuff and
right.
go out to some of these suburbs, mostly west suburbs, because south suburbs is where all black folks stay, which those have turned actually hood, like
Yeah, I know you
Harvey,
probably got
Illinois.
you probably got kin folks live down there in
Oh
Chicago.
yeah, a lot. But Harvey, Illinois, that's a suburb. That suburb is more hood or gangster than probably most cities. Straight up. Not that that's a good thing, but Harvey, Illinois is, boy, Harvey, Illinois ain't no joke. I wouldn't want to live there
Oh yeah,
anyway.
they don't play over there.
No, they don't. But that's like a little Chicago. Whereas if you go to like I don't know, Naperville, they ain't probably came to Chicago but once or twice. And you know, they live a whole life outside of the city. So, you know, a good life too. So my point is, hell, you could live a good life in California and not be in the LA lifestyle, so to speak. Lord Bison, man, you making me feel appreciated tonight, man. You and Dame Dollar. You say Terry resides in the San Fernando Valley suburbs. So there you go. And I don't know about y'all, but have you ever heard the term Valley Girls? Or like,
Oh,
remember when they used to be like, hi, okay? That's like totally
right.
lame. That's Valley Girl talk. They
Yeah,
made that popular in the 80s, going to the mall and talking like that. And if I'm right or wrong, correct me, but I believe that's where
right. Yeah, right.
Lord, well, I'm talking about Lord Bison on this extra thing about I believe porn, or maybe you know, porn capital is in the valley. Do you know?
Oh yeah, wait a minute, it's down there too. So
All right. Nowadays, they probably don't have porn as centralized as it used to be because everybody makes porn on their phone and uploads it, so
yeah,
they
and
don't.
they use credit cards on their phone to get the porn. I'm telling you, they use debit cards and Visa cards.
That's how they do it.
Yeah, because I remember though they used to buy porn tapes out of the store. Because I remember one time walking with my mom, they had naked tapes, and I had walked right up out of the store. And she would be telling my dad, "To me, you don't take my son in now."
You say, I know these women ain't had no clothes on. I'm walking out that damn store. They need more respect. Cover them
Yeah,
kids.
because I had walked in there when I was because I was like 14 when I went up in that store in high school.
At 14, my little wee might have poked through my pants at 14. By 4, I remember we was stealing stealing old porno 70s VHS tapes when we was 10, 11. I didn't know that I was like jerking off and time traveling. Well, I wasn't really beating my meat at 10 or 11. I got a little older before I did that. But I watched the videos and I'd be like, oh, wow. Can't wait
And I
till I
remember when I
get
was growing
older.
up. I remember I was growing up when I was 10 though. I seen they had porn coming on HBO Cinemax every
Oh,
night
man. Yeah.
because my dad used to eat much try to catch me, then I'll flip it to another channel.
I would do that, but if I did get caught watching that, my parents wouldn't say nothing though.
He
My
would get up
parents
out of
never.
his chair
My
and come
parents,
in the room, and then I hurry up and flip before he come make a U-turn in the hallway.
yeah, U-turn, man. I don't know about y'all, but if y'all had boomer parents, they never ever regulated what I watched. They never said, "Well, this is R-rated," or "They doing this or that." I watched people get blown up from jump. People kiss on sex scenes. They never would say nothing. They would never turn it off, never do nothing. So if I had all this, they never. In a way, I guess that's good, but in a way, I guess that's probably bad. They probably should monitor what your kids are watching. In retrospect, I never watched or monitored what my son watched either, though. I kind of did the same thing. We'd be watching all the same stuff, adult content as a kid, or if somebody was kissing or a sex scene, I wouldn't turn it off or I would let it play. So I guess I'm just like them in that regards. I never monitored anything my son watched, which that's probably not good, huh? But hey, I
But
like.
he probably don't know how to get to that.
Yeah, well, my reasoning was no, he knew how to get to some of that, but my reasoning was that if you hide stuff or keep stuff away, it makes somebody want to see it and more interested in it. So, like, I've had that stuff out there, and he didn't really like get into some stuff too much. Now, he did later tell me he watched a lot of porn in his teenage years, and I'm like, okay, and but like, what else was you gonna do? I'd rather you be looking at porn in your teenage years than what? Looking at math tapes or something? Like, what? I mean, I guess either one is not, I don't know, but he thinks that he did something so wrong. And I'm like, dude, you ain't did nothing that ain't nobody else look like. I want you to look and see what's going on with that. You a teenager. Anyway, maybe I'm still got too much old school boomer in me. But you know, we had to go and sneak at porn and looking at people with afros and shit in the 70s making porn. And also it's totally different now. I don't even know if I had a daughter what I would even say today if your daughter at 18 can make an OnlyFans and make $1 million in one day. I'm not saying that you should sell your ass or show these pictures, but you're not actually sleeping with them. everybody got body parts. No, it's not good.
And they do it on Instagram too, and they got BBWs on Instagram.
Yeah, but some girl just turned 18. I got the story saved. And she made $1 million on OnlyFans in the first few hours. And these, of course, are grown-ass men doing this or whatever, which I don't understand. Why are they paying to see this stuff on? Anyway, that's a whole nother thing. But I wouldn't want my daughter to do this. Don't get me wrong. But then they're basically commercializing everybody's body, what you do, your business, personal life. Now people stream it and put it out there. You know, everything I don't know, man. This is
they're with the OnlyFans account.
Yeah. I mean, if I was a woman and I know as soon as I turn 18, I can make $1 million. Not that money is everything, but I'm supposed to go work at Target or do DoorDash and I can't have nothing and paying and struggling, or I could make $1 million right quick. I mean, it's really hard with the way that the society is set up. It makes it where people really gonna sell their soul. I mean, they don't have anything that they believe in already, and they're gonna just sell out. I don't know, man. Well, what would you do? What you think about? You got any kids, Steve?
Mm-hmm.
You still out there practicing?
I'm saying right now, staying single.
I know that's right. Just keep practicing, but don't get it right.
Yeah, to build. I'm just trying to take time to build up on myself though before I get in a relationship with somebody.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. You still a young man. You how old are you, man?
I'm 31.
Oh wow. I was 33 when I got injured, so you got some time, man. You about to enter your prime, because in your 30s, that means you can date women in their 20s and 30s and 40s.
Yep, because
you got it all available for you, man. Anyway, women gonna start thinking I'm trying to be a playboy. What's that bald head dude that know nobody? Andrew Tate.
Yeah,
They try to be Andrew Tate. He trying to make Steve slang that dick. Nah. Lord Bison, although that wouldn't be a bad idea, Steve. Good looking out, Lord Bison, on the super chat. You say, I went to high school in the Valley with Tamika Woods, Easy E widow. She dated the center of our basketball team. This was 84. So she always had an eye for talent, is what you're saying. She knew how to pick them. Tamika. Yeah, I felt bad for Tamika, because she didn't get the HIV or the AIDS, but
he did. Easy did.
He was cheating on her to the point where he got that and died. That was just, boy. Anyway. Miss Crafty, you say my parents never regulated what I watch either, and I always had cable in my room. Me too. I had a TV and cable in my room my whole life, but we had cable off and on. We didn't always have it nonstop. You say, but I'm different. I don't let my kids watch everything. You just a hater is what you is. You ain't different. You a hater. Stop hating. Stop hating. Let them watch them titties and people get killed. Nah, but I don't know, man. I don't know if it's a big problem with what your kids watch, but then again, it is a big problem. I think it may be better to watch a movie, although movies are changing, than to let your kids scroll on social media. I don't know. What you think, Steve?
Yeah, though, because I mean, because and parents don't know what their kids be watching while they asleep. Because they know they probably be watching butt naked movies.
But what you think is worse, social media or movies?
Dude, I mean, dude, social media can be is toxic. I mean, people every time they see somebody get killed, they end up going there. They got to put their anger and their frustration out.
I think what's worse about social media is that it's under the impression that it's real. Some of it is, some of it isn't, but it's all supposed to be real. So then as a kid, you don't really know enough about the world to know what is and what isn't. You learn it. So if you see in people look a certain way, dress a certain way, you kind of don't know this ain't how it always is, or maybe they're just putting this on for this reel, or how many edits did it take, or tries, or filters and all. You don't think about all this so much or understand the whole concept, and then you may start comparing yourself to these people that aren't exactly real, and you'll never be good enough. You'll never look good enough. They said young girls' depression spiked, I think, starting in 2008, something like that, 2007, because women compare themselves to other women by their looks and everything. Men compare themselves to other men by status, how much money or success you got. I don't be like, Steve got all his hair. Damn, I gotta go get my hair. Steve look too good. Steve look better than me. I gotta get hair. He got hair. He got a smile. Look at the man. Shoot, I gotta go do this and that. I gotta look like this and that. I wouldn't look like that. We don't think like that as men. Some men may think like that now, maybe, oh, you got a six-pack or something, but I don't know, I guess. But
I be outside though, riding bicycles in the neighborhood. True, you already know I be in good shape.
but my thing is that it hurts women on a different level than men, because we don't take it to our core. We look at it as a status, which then also can hurt a man, because then they may do dumb stuff or make bad decisions trying to get this car or money or status. So that's what'll be destructive for the man. Sell drugs, do whatever to try to get that status. But as a woman, I think it never can go away if they get them at the right point, because it's you. How can you change you? We can change our statuses if we get more or less, or decide I don't want this no more or whatever, then we could be on the path to being better. But a woman, if you think I'm too ugly or fat or hair or whatever, I don't know everything women think. They say a woman is never satisfied. They could say they want a man, then they got the man, or they could say they don't
And
want
then they be with them for a while, and then they either much want to leave them.
Exactly. Or a woman,
They don't want you no more.
they got long hair, they want to get short hair. They got short hair, they want to get long hair.
Yeah, because I'm talking about if a woman don't want to be with you, though, you can't make them. So that's let them go and move on from it.
I agree with that for everybody, though. That's why I wouldn't stalk if my woman was cheating on me, or if your man is cheating on you, going and chasing behind or stalking or seeing what they doing.
Yeah, a stalking man with then you somewhere else though. She probably be going to bed with another man. You won't even much know it.
I mean, the
And
only
they would
thing
lie
I
to
would
you.
say is if you need confirmation before you make your move, that's one thing. But if you think you doing that and they gonna make them come back to you, nobody can make anybody do nothing.
And they mans will be stalking, and you don't have no idea that they doing it everywhere you go, and they probably got a tracker on their phone.
Tracker on their phone. Lord Bison with the love, man. He said, I'm 56 and I'm still doing 50 to 100 push-ups with my fist. See, that's the thing, though, what this younger generation don't understand. And they'll come up, all right, all right, old school. They don't know, man. We've been through too much. I punch you in your face, punk. And they thinking somebody, oh, whatever, man, they'll catch one. But I used to do 100 push-ups every morning and 100 sit-ups before, I got an accident. Now I just think about it. But anyway, yeah, man, it's just a different, because the reason why I did it, and I'm pretty sure it's why you may do it, let me know if I'm right or wrong, is that, yeah, you're not looking for trouble.
Yeah, because they had me
You
doing
don't want to, shoot or hurt nobody. I'm talking about Lord Bison or whatever. But, back in our day, we may have to get into a fight with our fists, with our hands. And if I punch you, I want it to matter. So, like, I would always do push-ups, sit-up. You see a lot of these young boys, they weigh 100 pounds. They skinny pants falling off. Like, dude, they can't take no punches. That's why they so quick to shoot. They ain't ready to go squabble up. You know what I mean? Man
No,
up.
because they don't want to take a loss or getting beat up. They rather than shoot you.
Yeah, which is a coward move, but I can
Because
go
if they
down.
can't whip you, if they can't beat you 1-on-1, they don't want to take their ass whipping. So,
but that's
they
what
want
we
to
learned as growing up. If I can't beat you 1-on-1, I don't want to take the ass whooping. So then what happens? Shut your ass up. Stop talking crazy to people because you're gonna get punched in the mouth. You ain't ready for this ass whooping. Stop talking crazy. But they used to running their mouth on the internet. And you could say all kind of stuff to the internet, and guess what? Ain't nobody gonna come punch you in the mouth. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing nowadays. Barely, if you famous, or maybe something happened. But back in our day, growing up, you wasn't talking to people like that. And if you was saying something was over the phone, and they know where you live, they know where you at, they will see you again. Like, we didn't just run our mouth like that. We knew that it's consequences that come with this. Watch what you say. Watch who you talking to. And people talk to people so crazy today, man. It's insane. Straight up. They need to get Lord Bison say he studied martial arts since he was 12. Well, that's another thing for my generation. We all was in karate classes. Something at one point in life. I took judo and I took karate. I took judo when I was like 10, and then I took karate at like 12 as well. I didn't go far in either one because our parents wasn't that. They didn't always, they'd be tired or whatever. They didn't always take me, but you know,
you had to go yourself to go.
that well, we couldn't do that back then. It wasn't that easy to go. So I had to go all the way downtown for one, and then the karate was at the YMCA, which they was probably didn't know what the hell they was doing anyway. So, but my son, I made sure to take him and made sure that he went to his lessons. It was a couple times he tried to talk me out of not doing it anymore. And I'm like, nah, this is what you started. You have to learn that when you start something, you complete it. You too close. But COVID happened. COVID happened, and that's what messed him up. He was a brown belt. He was about to be a black belt in Muay Thai kickboxing, but I don't know what he is now. He may not have went back. But get ready to wrap it up. I'm gonna get to these last couple comments. Laura Bison studied 10 years in Asia. All right, you just a regular Steven Seagal, Black Steven Seagal. Seagal, please. Chosen King 95. I graduated high school in 96. Say my mother was too busy working 3 jobs to regulate what me and my brother was watching. I used to sneak my brother porn DVD back in the day when I was 13. See, we was using VHS tapes. DVDs, you could skip scenes and pause and do all. We didn't have that. We'd be rewinding. And here's the real tripped out part is that back in the days, if you was looking at one of your dad's or somebody's porn, normally the tape was stopped at a certain spot. So we'd have to remember that spot, rewind it back to that spot. So you ain't know, hey, who watched my tape? I left off with the ass in the air and now they smoking cigarettes. What the hell? That was my favorite spot. Which is crazy because I started having my favorite spots. I like this spot right here. That's the nice one right there. Steve, you look at me like I'm crazy. You like,
I mean, I used to get called a lot on I mean, like, I remember my mom was asleep. I was getting ready to go to school when I was 12. I used to watch Six States too, but I ended up turning to another channel.
you make this sound so weird. I used to watch it too, but I turned to another channel.
Nope, yeah, because it used to come. I'm talking about.
Yeah, man, shoot.
Yeah, though, because when we had Dish Network,
they used to have
it on now.
I never had Dish. Well, I got Dish Network right now. Actually, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I got Dish Network right now, but I never had it back in the day. Dish Network now, you don't even get a satellite dish. they send me a little thing. I plug in my TV and it run off the internet. It don't even have a satellite dish no more. Which I wanted the dish.
I had got rid of my AT&T Universe. They had a
That's what I did.
They went up
So,
$300, man. We got rid of that cable.
that's
We
because they
got rid of
want
the
to
main
cancel.
box too.
Yeah, I had AT&T U-verse for 10 years, and I switched 2 years ago to Dish Network. AT&T bought Dish Network, and
Right.
they're gonna cancel U-verse. They didn't update U-verse in 10 years. They ain't changed the boxes. They ain't put it in 1080p. They ain't did a lot of stuff.
They ain't do none of that.
And they raised the price to finally make the last customers leave and go to Dish Network. So,
But Fire Stick no, it's been off me because people had programmed it for me. Shoot, because that's where you cut the cable. That's where you can focus on your bills and your water and your gas and light bill and your cell phone. Because I'm talking about it got rid of that cable. The house phone is high too, but we got rid of that.
I'm about to say, man, you got a house phone. What the hell?
No, we got rid of that. Rid of the house phone from AT&T. We got cell phones. Mama said, well, I was thinking of it though.
Hey man, the last time I had a house phone, I think I was living here, of course, in Indianapolis, but or maybe not. I think it had to be at least my son was born in 2004. I'd say probably 06, maybe. They made cell phone bills so cheap that there's no point in having a house and cell phone. I think it's about 06 or something. The last time I had a house phone, 06, 07. Which I don't know, man, if that's good or not, because being bombarded with these cell phones all the time is probably going to come back to be some health issue. There's so many other things going on. I can get distracted talking about that with the microplastics and everything else. Shit. We might as well get it while we can get it. You know what I mean? Miss Crafty, I'm gonna come pick you up, man. We're gonna make the most of it while we can. Lord Bison, what's good, fam? I know you've been a part of this family before. It's a new member, but I don't know, maybe things happened. You didn't came, but you didn't left, but like a lost son coming back home to the family. You back home, man. Welcome back. You say, hey Jay, I will come on your show and chop it up with you. That's what's up, man. Next time I put the link in, click the link. Come on through, man.
Yeah, and give us your thoughts and your theories.
There you go. Give us your thoughts and your theories. Steve, man, I appreciate you coming through tonight, man. It was good talking to you. And before we go, you want to say anything to everybody before we go, man?
Yeah, though. I mean, next week, BMF, you know, it's gonna be the season finale. BMF, you see, Terry and Meech, they gonna end up splitting up, going California. Cause I think with Marquisha, when she gets I think she's still gonna be in a hospital. I'm talking about with her suffer her severe injuries. And then either much Meech, he's in a shootout, and you know Detective Brian though either much got the going after Meech, trying to arrest him. So
I need to see this trailer.
Yeah, because either much Terry talking about splitting up with Meech. So
and
he probably go to California.
He did end up living in California. So maybe we'll see what happened.
Yeah, because either much, don't be surprised if BMF either much renew season 5. Maybe they gonna wait to the end of the season is over with when they wrap it up.
DeMarcus Vaughn, you say, Jay, will you check out Magic City August 15? Yes, sir, I will. I always wanted to go to Magic City, but again, I don't feel good giving all that money up. I'm too cheap, I guess. And I ain't no baller. So I don't want to go to the strip club with 21s.
But and I heard they was talking about King's High Tower.
High Tower?
Yeah.
High Town?
High Town, yeah. They were talking about High Town Kings.
I think they put that on Netflix. High Town?
Yep.
And that's been getting a lot more people to talk about it lately. But
Yeah, because
see,
they
the
get
thing with
people.
this Magic City, the trailer, like that don't seem cool to me. Like Shaq, well, I went in there after I signed a $20 million contract. Like, dude, you made 20 million and you went and what through $20,000 or something at the strip club? What? Let me ask you for a business loan.
Dude,
I can't do
Shaq
that.
got the money.
Hey man, if I was a millionaire, I don't know if I could do that. That just
Yeah, and Shaq got 4 rings too.
he got 4 rings. Well, Shaq is worth at least $500 million. You know, he's done a great job with investing. He owns a lot of things. I think Shaq owns like a majority of JC Penney. A lot of people don't.
Right, because I remember Shaq used to have shoes called Shaq.
Man, you say some of the damnedest things sometimes, man. Shaq. You know what though? It's a documentary or a show on Netflix with Shaq and Allen Iverson right now. Just came out with him and Allen Iverson trying to bring Reebok back, and they go around trying to promote the new Reebok shoes together.
Right.
So when you talk about the Shaq shoes, other than Reebok, his shoes was trash as far as the hood. You need hood approval to make your shoe go be a star. And his shoes was in Walmart. And that'll never, ever get hood approval. Because I don't give a damn what it looked like. You rocking Walmart sneaks, son. That's not gonna get the approval.
Yeah, because
Now,
people ain't gonna be buying. Everybody ain't gonna buy Reeboks.
well, they know they was $15.
Right.
They not Reeboks. The Walmarts is not Reeboks. They the Shaqs. It's his own brand.
Yep. And they better go to Foot Action to go get them shoes.
Yeah. Now I will give credit to Stephon Marbury because he the first one that when he was a star too. But his star was on the decline, but still he brought out those Starberry shoes at Steve and Barry's stores, and they was $20, and then they had shirts and stuff. I actually bought
Yeah, because I remember
2 pair of
Stephon
those.
when I was in school. I remember Stephon Marbury. He played with Boss when I was in high school. He played with Ray Allen, Kevin
Man,
Garnett, and Kendrick
he
Perkins.
was done. He was done when he was with Boston.
Yeah,
When
because he
he
ain't do
brought
what he
out them
supposed to do.
shoes, yeah, I'm saying his career was over. When he brought out them shoes, he was with the Knicks, but he was a star with Minnesota. And it was him and Kevin Garnett in Minnesota in their
Yeah, because he
prime.
was friends with Kevin Garnett.
Well, they met that year and they was in their prime, but the contract situation is why he left. He wanted more money than Garnett, which he wasn't there. But he went to China and had a hell of a career. But anyway,
Yeah, because
I
he was
still
out of the
got a
league.
couple of those shoes in good condition. I was just looking at it in my closet. I might show y'all one of the days, my Starberries. But I got the ones that look like casual shoes. His basketball shoes was trash. Trash. You break your ankle in them cheap ass shoes.
I wouldn't. That's why I wouldn't buy them because I had bought me some Carmelo. What about Carmelo Anthony tennis shoes when they put them out?
Oh yeah, he was with Nike for the longest. I never bought no Mellows, but I did buy a pair for my son one time. Yvonne Cox, okay, you say Shaq had his shoes at Payless. They off brand. Yeah, the only shoes that are okay to buy at Payless are dress shoes for your kids. And that I used to have to wear uniforms at school. My son had to wear a uniform. And so I would buy his dress shoes there because kids is hard on dress shoes. My dad used to take me to Payless because they just opened up in the 80s. That's when they came out. And I remember going there like, "Ooh, Payless. Let's go there. I could get some Jordans." And then I saw they ain't had no damn Jordans and they had Jordache. They had Jordache shoes. You probably don't even know what Jordache is. Jordache jeans.
Dwayne Wade had some tennis shoes out too. Them Converse. They had black and white and red.
Yeah, but they wasn't that Payless. My point is, them Payless shoes, he would take me there to get them Payless shoes for my dress shoes. And I took my son to get his shoes, dress shoes at Payless because he wasn't old enough to appreciate some real man dress shoes. He too damn hard on his shoes and tear them up and playing around and stomping in puddles and shit. So He got him his dress shoes at Payless. And you know what? They was like $40 a piece.
Yeah, because we ain't and don't. Yeah, because I remember when I was going on Payless, I had bought me some boots. There, I mean, they used to sell women's shoes,
Oh,
man
they
shoes,
still do.
everything.
They still.
But
Oh
they
no,
had
they went out of
clothes.
business, didn't they?
Yeah, they went out of business because it used to be a Payless in Northline in the malls and everything.
You saying that like I know where that is.
No, I used to go on when they used to have Papa John's jewelry and
I
North.
believe you. I'm saying you said at Norblot or something. I said you
You
said
know,
that
when I
like
was
I know
growing up
where
though,
that is. Yeah.
when I was
But
when I was
they had
growing
a
up,
Payless right around the street from me too. That's where I took my son to get his stuff. But
you talking about in Chicago?
they had one in Chicago, but right here
They
where
had
I'm at,
one in Houston too.
yeah, they had one in Indianapolis, right down the street from here. Now it's a Mexican grocery store.
Oh, they done changed it to a Mexican grocery store. Lord.
Yeah. But that $40, I was surprised, but I guess that's inflation. But I remember them damn shoes was like $20 or less when I was a kid. But I guess that was a long time ago.
Yeah, now they done went up.
Yeah, they done went up and went out. All right, Steve. It's what 3:30 where I'm at.
Yeah, because over here it's 2:30 where I'm at.
Oh, okay. And you get to watch it. So you get to watch the show at 11 o'clock instead of 12, huh?
Yep, on time.
Hey, look at
Because
you.
I'm talking about over here because y'all come on over here at we come on at 12. Cause y'all over there come on at 11 because y'all probably got stars on y'all
Yeah,
screen.
yeah. Stars, it come on at midnight.
Yeah, because once
With
that's
midnight, if it's 3:30 for me right now and it's 2:30 for you, and you watched the episode already, that means you was watching it at 11 o'clock instead of midnight.
yep.
Okay. I didn't know they did that. Because I know on some places they make it for either 3 o'clock, because then that means that it made sure that it's 12 o'clock in California, because they 3 to 4 hours behind. So if you ever see something don't come on until 3 o'clock, they making sure California is at midnight. But
Right.
yeah, to have it come on at that time, that's kind of cool,
In
man.
New York City, they get theirs. I think they get theirs at midnight too, so I could be wrong.
It comes out at midnight everywhere, but what I'm saying is, so for you watching it at 11, that means
Right.
people in California is watching it at 10 o'clock then, or 9 o'clock at night. They don't have to wait
Right.
till midnight.
Yep.
Anyway,
And then they already done seen the show when people be going on live on YouTube at midnight. They just sit there and they discuss about it and review it. Like I mean, like you do, do.
well, I'm just saying it would be better to be watching it at 9 o'clock at night, and then you can be reviewing it or talking or
Yeah.
whatever, and go on with your day at 10 or go to sleep, versus staying up till midnight and then watching it and being up till 3. It's just now turning midnight in California right now. It's what, 12:30 there? So like they, you know, get a little more rest, I guess. That's all. It's more of a natural show because it's at 9 o'clock. That's like what time it come on anyway. Anyway. Time to wrap it up.
Yeah, because we've
But
been on here.
yeah, we've been on here for a minute. I'm gonna try to come back on this Friday. Well, yeah,
Yeah, keep your
tonight.
notifications on. Keep hit the no bell.
Yeah, I got a lot to do tomorrow. So today, and normally when that happens, I don't get to take my nap. I don't
Dude, I
get my
slept all
nap
day.
in.
I slept all day today.
Man, I didn't. I got my nap today, so that's why I'm doing good right now. But if I don't get my nap, I'm gonna be crashing out. I'm gonna crash
Yeah,
out,
and because you'll be forgetting about to do the review of BMF at midnight and everything.
man. Not only that, my energy level go down. Then with taking the meds and other stuff, I'll be out of here, man.
You'll be
But
crashed out, sleep.
for real. But I'll be back. I'll make it work. But hey, man, I'm really excited about this app I've been working on. I built this app all by myself, man. I can't wait to show everybody what I did. I want y'all to really tell me what you think. Give me real feedback, because I'm going to fix it and do stuff. And I got to set up where we can all make money legitimately, because when businesses or people sign up and they become paying customers, whoever signs them up will get a percentage of whatever level they sign up per month. And I do it for 3 months, not just a one time. You get that. You can get as they pay their subscription for 3 months, you'll get paid for 3 months. And so I got it set up, man, where we can all be happy. It's a good service. It's like loyalty reward cards for all kind of businesses and other features. I explain it when I bring it out, but I've been working for the last 2.5 months on this, man. And I didn't realize, I knew building the app was a lot of work, but I thought with using AI and different stuff, it would be a lot easier. And it is, but it's still a lot of work. It's a lot of work and a lot of steps I didn't expect. But the good thing is I've been keeping track of everything I did, and I'm putting it together in a book. And I might put together, it's going to be an ebook, and it's going to show how to build your app, your own apps, just like I do from start with no experience, just like me. And I'm probably going to only sell it for like $1.99 ebook. So people can get the knowledge, read it. And, if you want to build your own app or something, you can follow what I did and bring it out. And there you go. So I got a few projects I'm working on. Of course, I still got the Rays and Rojas I'm working on, but that takes a lot of time editing and putting together the stuff to build the videos. And if I'm doing that, I can't finish the app. And I want to finish the app so I can make the money, so I can hire some people. Because I can't do all this by myself, man. It's just too hard. So I'm trying, though. I ain't no quitter. I ain't no bitch. I ain't no bitch. I ain't no bitch. What movie was that? I ain't no bitch. I ain't no bitch. So anyway. All right, man. One Journey, you said I'm not cheap, just other plans for your money. You ain't lying. I like to have certain things, but if I'm paying all this money to a stripper, I just feel stupid.
I mean, all your money be gone.
If I live here, because I could have just took a woman out on a date. If I take a woman out on a date and I give her some money like I was going to give a stripper, I'm going to have a better time. Because the stripper ain't going to give you no nookie.
Nope, no dime or a penny. They're going to keep going.
Yeah. And she going to think you a trick, a John, because you walked into a strip club.
Yeah, but she going to think you a pimp.
No, she going to think she the pimp and you the trick because you paying her. So, she ain't going to think you the pimp. She going to think she the pimp. Always. So, I ain't got time for that. I need to be appreciated. I'll make it rain on you. You about to make it, you about to soak. You about to make it soak on me. You know what I mean?
With the songs like that, George, I make it rain on these niggas. I make it rain. I make it roll. I make it rain.
You done dropped a little wheezy on me over here. I make it rain on they bones. I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain on they bones. You funny, man. They got that wop. I got that wad. A wet ass. Anyway, Lord Bison, you say you learned the cheat code from managing the strip club. Hey, my friend, my business partner used to own the strip club. He been telling me a couple cheat codes. Strippers got a lot of problems and drama, though.
Yeah, and they messy.
They are messy, and dangerous, kind of, man. They stripper life, boy. You don't really want to get to know them. A lot of them, they a wild bunch.
Yeah, though, because you gotta watch them because you don't know when they plotting and planning against you, trying to set you up.
For real. All right, I know I said it a couple times, but this is it. Steve, salute for your service. Thank you. I always like talking to you, man. You always say some stuff I wasn't expecting and make me laugh, man. You're a good guy, man. You stay safe out there in Houston, all right?
All right, you say too.
Yeah, when I come in the Houston area, man, you're gonna have to hook me up with some food and a couple spots to have a good time. All right.
All right, come to the hood.
You come to the hood for a good time.
Yeah, shoot. Come pick me up, shoot. We drink some beers together.
There you go. All right. Sound good, man. I say I go to the strip clubs out of town, just not where I live. So hey.
All right.
I ain't got no time to be meeting nobody. No, I'm joking. Anyway, Steve, you have a good night, brother.
Good night.
Take care. Yeah. Peace, man. You take care. Everybody, thank you for watching. Hope y'all had a couple good laughs. I hope broke down the episode pretty good. Talked about some of the stuff going down. I am going to come back tonight, Friday night, 10 o'clock. Maybe 11. Like I say, I don't know if I'm going to get my nappy poo in. You know what I mean? I'm getting up there. I need to take a nap. I can't take a nap off of this no more. It's napped out. Anyway, I'll be back. You can rent that at the video store. Meanwhile, y'all get some rest. Have a good one. I appreciate all the love tonight, all the super chat support, Lord Bison, DeMarcus Vaughn, everybody else in the comments, Yvonne, One Journey, B, so many people go through. Miss Crafty, I'm gonna have to come to Atlanta and get some of that peach cobbler, girl. I really do want to go back to Atlanta though. It's been a while, and I do like me some soul food. I need to get some of that red beans and rice, mac and cheese, and sweet potatoes. I love sweet potatoes with my mac and cheese. I mean, they just go together perfectly. I mean, anyway, I might go to Atlanta for my birthday, which is next month in September, because Atlanta ain't that far. I can drive there, and well, everything getting more expensive these days, but I could probably put together a couple dollars and make it happen. So we'll see. It was either that or Vegas, but Vegas is damn near wiped out. It's a big, beautiful bill. There's no more tourists, no money, no one spending money. Vegas, when I was working in the hotel industry, one of the things we said is go to Vegas because you can eat. The food is cheap. They got the buffets and stuff. Boy, has that changed. I saw somebody talking about it was $30 for a burger and fries. $30? Anyway, that damn burger better laid on the bun and died fresh right in front of me for $30. I was at the Hilton Hotel in LA when I was there in 2020. I forgot the 20 part. And I had a nice, delicious burger and fries and stuff there at the hotel. And then it was only like $12, $13, which that's a nice amount for a burger. $13 burger? $30? I wouldn't even eat there. I don't even want to smell it. Costs too much. Anyway. Yeah, Vegas is damn near ghost town. That's what they say. Might be the best time to go because they probably begging somebody to be there. They give you the room cheap. So it might be the best time to go to Vegas. I don't know. I might go to Vegas. I wanted to plan a trip for everybody in the channel, but the last time I did that, that's when I went to California. And ain't nobody else really participate. But anyway, we made it happen, a couple things. So it is what it is. 2020 was a different time as well. So I might have been one of the few people traveling, doing something at that time. So anyway, let me get up out of here, y'all. That's one of the things with me. Make this such a good job for me. That's why I went to school for radio production. I keep talking and talking and talking. Y'all have a good one. Be blessed. I know I'm hungry. I'm about to go to White Castle's. Think I'm about to go to White Castle's or Steak and Shake. Might get me some fish sandwiches from White Castle's or give me a bowl of chili from Steak and Shake. I don't want to eat this late though. That's when my belly getting too big. So I don't know, man. But all I ate was a cup of soup today. So I'll have to do something. Anyway, y'all stay blessed. Be safe out there. Deuces. And I'm out. Peace.